Eating my chicken salad. Okay. All right. There's not the pile of clothes, I guess. Yeah. All right, all right. How you doing? I just subscribed. Last night I subscribed to your channel. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Bullfrog. You're welcome, Less Than Lethal Band. I heard a lot of great things about you from Air Guns Anonymous. You know? I hope to see you on Instagram. I have a group there called the Air Guns and Archery Club. Nice Instagram group. Anyway, I've come to a lot of thoughts here, you know. You know, Christmas is coming along, and after the election and everything, and you know, it just occurred to me, okay, and a lot of people on the left are starting to realize this. And, like, I'm talking about the real radical left. They're starting to realize that they're a minority in the country. And the only reason they have had so much power in recent years was because of deception, lies, and of course, they got power through the institutions. But those institutions are crumbling, like the legacy media and everything like that. No. Do I look any way brown to you? No, I'm from the blessed. My ancestry is from the Blessed Isles. No. I'm white, dude. I'm as white as, I'm as white, I'm part, yes, Sierra Halstead. Anyway, maybe it's the light, because, there's no way I look brown, do I? Although, I have nothing against brown people, but I'm not brown. Oh, I'll be eating a turkey very soon. So yeah, for Christmas. Anyway, it has dawned on me that that the left is a political minority, and they're starting to realize it. And you're not going to be able to oppress the majority forever. That's my message to the left. You're not going to be able to oppress the majority forever in America. You're not going to be in power forever, regardless of Trump or anything like that. It don't matter. You eventually are going to lose your power because you don't have the majority of the public on your side. They don't agree with you. There's no way you can push your agenda without the public support. And you don't have that. Not really, Sierra. I don't think so. I'm a Christian here. This is a Christian channel. You realize that, right? Yeah. So-called religion of peace. Yes, but you ran over a couple of people celebrating Christmas in Germany. I will say this. Trust me, this doesn't suit you. I can tell you this. I felt his power many times in my life, so. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm doing. So, to the left out there, in America, you're starting to realize you're a minority. And the only reason why you have power is because you have built powerful institutions. Or taken over powerful institutions. Well, those days are coming to an end. We're building our own institutions that are going to outpace your institutions. You can call it a breakaway economy, you could say. Another thing I'm going to talk about is, okay, here's the thing. Now this goes out, and this is my best advice for the women who are 3s and 4s, okay? Okay? My best advice for the women who are 3s and 4s. You know? Number one, be realistic about what you can get. Look, I'm a believer in Christ, okay? I explain it the best way I can explain it to you. You might be an atheist, okay? You might not believe in anything. That's not my problem. You will believe when you stand before Him. I've had experiences that made me believe. Okay? That being said, let's get back to what I'm doing. Alright. This is my advice for basically the 3s and 4s, okay? I think Rhea Perlman had the best idea. I think I saw a Family Guy skit where Danny DeVito was proposing to Rhea. I have. I've seen demons, buddy. So that's all I can tell you. Anyway. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm doing. Okay, let's get back to it, okay? And what I'm going to talk about is, like, this is my advice for women who are 3s and 4s. And ladies, don't lie to yourself. There are plenty of women out there who are 3s and 4s. And the problem with you ladies, you turn to radical feminism because you're resentful of all those pretty girls. Because they get the attractive guys. Oh, okay. But here's the thing. You need to take a lesson from Rhea Perlman. She married Danny DeVito. Because she knew that was the best she could get. And they're perfectly happy being married. They may have separated for a little bit, but they're back together. Because she knows there's nobody else. Nobody else. I gotta get down. I gotta move on, nubs. Okay? I gotta move on. So, my advice to basically the women who find themselves or 3 or 4s, do not turn to feminism. Do not be resentful. I know feminism will be a very, I know you're resentful. I get it. And I know you didn't get the best deal in life. Neither have I. But the thing is, you're going to have to play the cards you've been dealt with. You know what I mean? You're not that attractive. So you're going to have to go with men who are either at your level or slightly above. That's just how it is. You're not going to get a millionaire. You're going to get Joe the plumber. Prove me wrong, ladies. Merry Christmas, Backyard Dispatcher. Well, I'll put it this way, nubs. It's a lot better than believing in nothing. So I've always said, if you believe in nothing, and you are nothing. You have no faith. Faith is important. Oh yeah, it's lettuce, celery, and chicken. You know what, nubs? I think it's time for you to go. Backyard Dispatcher. Yeah. Amen to that. Amen to that. I think it's time to get rid of Nubs. Backyard Dispatcher. He's causing too much disturbance. Sorry, Nubs. You gotta go. You can take your revenge some other day. I mean, save your tears for another day. You know what I mean? Bye-bye. Bullfrog, yes. That's very good. Hey, don't want to do it, but you got to do it. Thank you, Bullfrog. Yeah. Anyway. In jail. That's right. Well, he's booted out of this club. I got some good bouncers here. You know. Anyway, getting back, you know, Merry Christmas, everybody. New Year's is coming around. We got 2 more days till Christmas, I think. You know, and it's like we're getting there. Well, how you doing, Death? Oh yeah, 3 days till Christmas, yeah. But you know what? It's going to be really great. It's a great time to spend with your family. Eat Christmas dinner. That's one of the best things about Christmas is the Christmas food. Unfortunately, I've been on a diet lately, as you can see, and I haven't been able to eat a lot of that. My Mediterranean diet. Well, that's awesome. 22nd. I support. Thank you, Death. Okay. Okay, we only got. Let's just keep it going, shall we? Well, I tell you what. Trying to do what I can, you know. Last night's stream was just awesome. It got a lot of people. I'm gonna do a 10 o'clock stream more often. You know, I'll tell you that. I might do something for New Year's. Who knows? Ah. Oh boy, different time zone. Anyway. Way different time zone. Oh, interesting, Death. Well, we do a lot of things on this channel. I do a lot of outdoor stuff. I talk about different things. I have a good time. You know, I have been opening up lately to my politics, which I haven't done, but it's what people want to hear about because they like to hear my political point of view. I don't know why, but people want to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm doing great, Jay. Doing great, Jay. Yeah, so true, Death. But here's the thing. I want to say. Okay, what I'm trying to say is basically is that a lot of things are going on. Sure. It's a lettuce. Got some celery in here. Some chicken. Vinegar with some spices. Well, that's awesome, Sig. You did some great AI, and you're very respectful. They struck my channel. They called over an old video, and they called my less than lethal launchers firearms. Yeah, I know how that feels, Sig. And I looked at the firearms policy on YouTube, by the way. And they really don't define what a firearm is in that policy. They have no definition of what a firearm is. Even though I don't do firearms, right? They have no definition of what a firearm is. So true. Backyard dispatcher. Well, how you doing? I know some people in Brazil, so on Instagram, so they're cool. Doing great, Bradley. Doing great. Well, we got 12 views and only 3 likes. Thumbs up, people. Thumbs up. Give me some more likes. Oh yeah, we're going to 4. Love it. I want some more. I don't think it really matters, Backyard Dispatcher. You can tell them till you're blue in the face. If you read their policy, Backyard Dispatcher, They don't have no definition of what a firearm is. So they can say anything's a firearm. Anything, they can shut you down. Exactly. Well, you know, the ATF defines firearms as basically as anything with a cartridge, and gunpowder. Yeah. How you doing, Valentino? Anyway, oh, we're up to 5. That's pretty good. It brings me alive. All right. Well, here's the thing. Less than lethal launchers and air guns don't use combustion. They use air, or they use CO2, a cold gas. So, and they use basically air and air tanks. Some old ones, but the new ones aren't. Backyard dispatcher. And the thing is, U.S. law has a clear definition of what a firearm is. The problem is that YouTube has a very nebulous definition. Read their policy. It's out there. You know what I mean? They never say in their policy what they define as a firearm. They don't say that. That means it's basically a nebulous definition. These are rules so it's open-ended. Just like most of what a YouTube censorship does. They have a nebulous definition of what is acceptable. So they can so they have carte blanche for censorship anytime they want. If they had to follow a definition, then it would be a problem for them. Well, here's the thing. I don't put my videos all on one format. I like to go to Rumble. Yeah, I know. I put a lot of my videos on Rumble and Odyssey. I have my channel's backed up on Odyssey. So, it's the same name, same channel. Go to Odyssey, Slingshot Warrior. I'm in. It's backed up, so you can look it up on Odyssey. I have the links. The links are on my channel. My Odyssey link is on my channel. You can find it on my channel. My channel heading, if that's what you want. I have the link on my channel. Alright, it's very similar to YouTube except without the censorship. You know what I mean? And there's also, I'm on Rumble, so I got links to my Rumble channel as well, so. Yep. Yeah, yep. There it is. I think YouTube is dying because of the censorship. You know, YouTube used to be an awesome platform before Google took it over. A lot of people are going over to Rumble. That's not a good idea, Bradley. Only seasoned wood. Awesome, Backyard Dispatcher. Yeah. Awesome. I can't do it right now. Check out that one. No, if you gotta, I'm also on Instagram. If you want to talk to me on Instagram, you got links to that too. Okay, enough with the links. Let's get back to the good stuff. Now, I like my less than lethal launchers. I like showing them on YouTube. Yep. Okay. Let's see what else to talk about. I'm going to get out more. It's cold right now. Temperature's dropping. I might not be able to do those rides anymore for a while until it starts to warm up. So, that being said, I'm still working on my book. I gotta get 20 pages. That means more short stories and all that. A lot of things are happening. A lot of things. Alright, well, got some good stuff, and Not yet, Bullfrog, but I have. Let's just put it this way: I have. There is some stuff. I found some employment in the new year. I'm glad you're back, Backyard Dispatcher. You know, I'm doing a little bit of a year in review, and a lot of things have happened to me this year. I broke away from TACFAM this year, and it wasn't pleasant. Basically, it was a pretty bad time. Summertime, I was harassed, I was defamed, my character was defamed by a narcissistic person. I call him Tic Tac or Tic Tac Hose because he wants to talk about other people, but you know, he's basically running around with prostitutes and he's married. So, you know what I mean? Tic Tac Hose. You know. So. I'm not going to go into the details, Bullfrog. Let's just put it this way: they're gigs. They're pretty much gigs. I mean, you know. That being said. Yeah, so true, Bullfrog. All right. I've worked there for I think for 10 years. I've worked there. 10 lousy years. It was great up in the other Walmart I worked at, but when I had to move, I had to transfer my job. This one is set up completely differently. All right, well, let's get things. Well, it is kind of getting wintertime around here, I know. But you know, wintertime you grow your hair long because, well, it gets cold. I mean, so hair protects you from the chill. And trust me, it gets a lot colder here, Iron Man. A lot colder. I know. But you know, the last couple of years of my employment there, I mean, it was kind of like I was getting upset with these people. Literally, it's a de facto matriarchy, and I was tired of having biting my tongue. Know what I mean? So I'm going to work a few gigs. I'm going to try to get my book published. How you doing, Michigan? Keep that one phone now. Oh, yeah. Yes, I remember you, Michigan Hunter. That was a good thing, Bullfrog. No, Michigan Hunter. That's for kids. I'm a grown man. What is that? COD? What's that? Look, you have to understand what generation I'm from, Michigan Hunter. I am late Gen X. Okay? Right now, no car. I have an e-bike. I get that, but I'm not from that generation who does that kind of stuff. I'm late Gen X. I like to get outdoors and do things on my own. Thank you. I'm not a big video game player. No, I'm not. Like I said, Gen X. You're talking to a member of Generation X. That stuff is for millennials and Gen Zers. Exactly. I'm from a completely different generation. The only video games we had growing up was Nintendo, and we didn't play that much. Most of the time, we were running around in the woods, doing our own thing. So I come from a completely different generation. I don't come from the video game generation. Yes, I do. I also like fishing. But like I said, I'm not from the video game generation. I am from... awesome, Backyard Dispatcher. Not this year, Michigan Hunter. But you can see my videos doing crossbow shooting. So. No, I prefer to shoot a buck. Okay. Interesting. Backyard Dispatcher. Maybe you should try some deer hunting down here. You got great deer hunting. Awesome backyard dispatcher. Funny, Nancy. Yes, I am backyard dispatcher. Very much so. In a couple days. Well, if you just came in, give me some likes. Thumbs up, people. Thumbs up. And Merry Christmas, Nancy. Merry Christmas. Backyard dispatcher. You should have came here before. I was giving some advice to women who are 3s and 4s. Nancy. Broly, that didn't work out. Bullfrog. Okay. Okay, we all have our... Okay. You know, there are some people in this world that are just blessed with good genetics. We're talking like we're talking like, you know, men and women who look like supermodels. And there's just people that are on different levels of attractiveness. You know? And a lot of women who basically... Thank you, Nancy. A lot of women who are 3s and 4s in the looks category. Maybe they're not that attractive. Maybe they're fat. Maybe they're this. Okay, maybe they weren't blessed with good genetics, okay? You know, you could look like Leslie Jones. I mean... Or Rhea Perlman. To give a good example. You know... And here's the advice I have for the Rhea Perlmans of the world. And the Leslie Joneses of the world. Well, Joy Reid is just old. Maybe one time she was somewhat attractive. I don't know. When she was younger. Whoopi Goldberg was never that attractive, to be honest with you. Even when she was younger, she was a... But then again, that's... Yeah, the Lena Dunhams of the world, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get it. You get it. Look, my advice to them is this, okay? Number one. You are not going to be able to compete. You're not going to be able to compete for high status men. You're just not. You're not going to be able to compete for men who are good looking. That's not going to be you. That's the reality of it. And no one tells you. Stop trying to chase rainbows. I would tell you that. Look for a man who's basically at your level in appearance or slightly above. You know what I mean? And a good example of this is a skit. That's very true, but that's very true of the real world, Bullfrog. A lot of women who are pretty, they don't stay pretty for long. It's called aging. I mean, and here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not any way, because I say this. Looks are not the end-all to be-all. Because vanity and appearance is not the thing that you should be looking for in a partner. Because trust me when I say is that the worst kind of people to be around are people that are attractive. You know what I mean? Or extremely attractive because they have. Thank you, Red October. God bless. Merry Christmas. People that are extremely attractive are have the worst personalities. And that's their problem. It wasn't always like this, Jim. I think social media has led to a great delusion. Simps have propped up these women's egos. You know what I mean? But to a certain extent, for example, this is what makes a feminist. In my opinion, here's what makes a feminist, okay? Okay, I'll use this as an example. You have a woman, let's say this is a woman, okay? She's in high school, middle school, whatever. She's in the back because she's not that attractive. She's low status. You know what I mean? And she knows she's low status. Okay? I'm not saying all women in high school stay unattractive. Some of them become attractive. But they're in the background. And the women who didn't win, and the girls who didn't win the genetic lottery are quietly bitter. And they never got picked to the prom. And when they leave high school and go to college, these are the women who become feminists. Because they cannot compete with prettier girls. Merry Christmas, Bullfrog. God bless you. A good example. So the best thing, let's say, if this girl is smart, okay, like let's say Rhea Perlman. Rhea Perlman was smart, okay? If you get my point. Rhea Perlman married Danny DeVito. A guy that was at her level of looks and appearance. She wasn't trying to hold out for a 10, okay? She knew her value. And a lot of women these days who are particularly less attractive do not know their value. That's the problem. I mean, the women of the older generations, they knew their value. They knew what was available to them. The women today do not understand that. I think it's because of the internet and social media that has caused this. You know what I mean? One of the negative aspects of the internet, along with the positives, And now I think you get it. So my advice to the women who are 3s and 4s, stop trying to chase after men of higher. Stop trying to chase after men who are better looking than you. That are way better looking than you. Find men that are at the same level or slightly higher. Just slightly. You'll be better off. Yeah. Well, a lot of interesting things are going on. Like I said, the air gun community seems to be under attack by YouTube. So I love Instagram. I really do, because Instagram loves the air gun community. They love us. They love the crossbow community. I mean the archery community. You know. Hear this. It's all day. And they wonder why they can't find it. Yes, yes, that's very true. Now, a lot of people like to say, a lot of women like to say that men are very shallow. I would argue that when it comes to the level of shallowness, men cannot even hold a candle to how shallow modern women, particularly women in the West, have become. I'm not saying all women. A lot of non-Western women are not nearly this shallow. It's just that modern women, because the internet and social media, have become extremely shallow. They don't want to admit it, but they have. That's so true, Jim. Shallow. I mean, now, men, there's been studies done, and I'm saying you can look up these studies on dating sites. Okay? Women will go for a small... Women will swipe left. You know, will swipe left, as in say yes to men who are like 20% of the male population of the United States. A very tiny minority of men that are good looking, are successful, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You're Ashton Kutchers of the world. You know what I mean? But they will swipe right, which means reject the majority of men when they're young. They'll do that. And they'll do that until Chad and Tyrone have had, basically, Chad and Tyrone no longer wants them. They're in their 30s. They want to start a family. And then they think they're going to basically date bad and marry good. Well, I got news for you, ladies. That doesn't work anymore. Men know that game. The internet, you told them yourselves on the internet, and men have been comparing notes from all across the West. The internet has changed things. And you cannot just date bad and marry good. It doesn't work no more. Because men know that trick. That's a trick you can't play. Oh yeah, you could say, oh, I've had my... So I just want to settle down now. I'm in my 30s now. I want to settle down. I want to find a good man. It ain't going to work like that. You had your chance. And a lot of men aren't going to fall for that. A lot of men aren't going to basically marry you. The age of date bad and marry good, ladies, that was the 80s and 90s when men didn't know what was going on. That's over. That's over. You're not going to be able to use that strategy anymore. The date bad, marry good strategy doesn't work anymore. I'm glad you agree, Red. Glad you agree. If I have any advice, is for the 3 and 4s. Don't eat leftovers. You are exactly right. Leftover women are not exactly what we want. A lot of single mothers are finding out that men do not want to raise another man's kid. I don't. That's why I don't date single mothers. At least not for long periods of time. You know what I mean? But I digress. I digress. You know, Red, I always loved your videos, bro. But you know, but there are some positive things that are going on. Men are leaving the West. A lot of Western men have left the West and married foreign women. You know, foreign women who have traditional values. Ah, welcome, Red. You know what's sad? I think the reason why a lot of this is going on is because a lot of single motherhood. You have generations of young girls who've had no fathers in their home. And a father is supposed to protect their child from irresponsible men. That's what a father does for their daughter. You know what I mean? You know, traditionally there was something called the suitor system, where a guy that wanted to marry a man's daughter had to literally basically woo the father and the grandmother. So traditionally, it wasn't the woman that chose who her spouse was going to be. It was the father and the grandmother. It was the older women who knew better. You know what I mean? It was the men in the family. They made sure that no. So true, Red, so true. I mean, this has been in different cultures. Some of them now it was semi-arranged marriage in the West. It was called a suitor system, where it was kind of like going to a job interview. You had to basically impress the father, the grandmother, to get the woman's hand in marriage. She did not choose who her husband was going to be. That was not her choice whatsoever. Because we both know when women are young, they want attractive bad boy. Well, that don't make a great husband, now does it? And a lot of times, you know, ladies, I'm going to tell you this, ladies, you lie a lot. You've lied so much to men that men just don't believe you anymore. Anything you say. I mean, I remember the lies that I was told. I just really want nice guys. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You still don't. You're being more honest now. You say things that aren't true, and then you wonder why men don't trust you anymore. It's not the fact I hate you, ladies. It's the fact I love you. I love you, but you're self-destructive. You do things that destroy yourself. You know what I mean? In the long run. You don't think about things that you don't think about, you know, long-term thinking. I mean, you're not thinking about, well, how's the decisions I make today going to affect me in the future? You don't think like that. And that's the problem. No, Slippery. No. Merry Christmas, Golden Girl. Well, you want to know a good example if you're a 3 or 4 kind of looking girl? If you're a 3 or 4 kind of looking girl, like you're low on the totem pole of attractiveness when it comes to men, I'll tell you why. Because, like most men, I've been around. Here's the thing: I've been around single mothers. It's not like I don't know any. I've known plenty. They're very unstable women. Overall, violent. Oh, you bet. Drug-addled. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? I've been around quite a few of them, so I have some experience with single mothers. Okay, I really do. So, and of course, yes, really. Well, I'll put it this way. But the number one reason, Slippery, is because, number one, I'll be raising someone else's kid. And the fact remains is I don't want to do that. You know, and the fact that I'll always be second fiddle to her kid. You know what I mean? And the fact that I'll have that kid will not respect me. Understandable, Mongi. Understandable. That is true. Unless I save my money and go overseas. But yeah, I'm dating. It depends on what level of baggage you're willing to accept. And here's the thing, I'm happy being single. Okay, I really am. Thank you, Golden Girl. What do you mean cut off, Slippery? Very funny, Curtis. Very funny. I wouldn't want to eat there, Mongi. The food is horrible. Sounds like a gay guy. Grandpa's Revenge. Funny. I'm on video. You can't even smell my breath. Anyway. Interesting, Mongi. No. Those, they wouldn't date me in the first place, Slippery. I wouldn't be on their radar in the first place. They like to find men that are better off than them, and that's very rare. So they're not even on. Well, you just might see, Hatter. Who knows? Not everything in America is what it's cracked up to be, monkey. Well, I want a repeating crossbow. Hatter. Slippery. But yeah, I'm not attracted to career women because that's a masculine woman. I don't want a masculine woman. Especially a repeating crossbow, Mongi. Awesome, Mongi. All right, well. This has been a very good stream. But I'm running out of steam. Probably not, Slippery. Look, like I said, I'm happy being single. You know, it's like I look at the type of women that are available to me, and it's like I'm like, nah. You know, it's not really good quality, so I'm like, and the fact is, it's like, nah, no. So I've just decided it's not worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, at least for now. Build up my life, you know. I don't want to talk about that, Slippery. Not today. Anyway, I do believe it's time. Alright, that's a question I'm not going to answer. Anyway, God bless you. All glory goes to God, and Merry Christmas.